Cool. Welcome, SJ Barakony, as another one of our amazing expert speakers for the Family Business Strategies Virtual Summit. Say hi, SJ.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the kind welcome, Jody.
It's so awesome hearing from you again. I had SJ on the podcast, a year ago or so, and he really is a connector of people. He has constantly been, we've been networking with people. So many of people that have been guests on my show have been because of SJ, and a lot of friends that we've connected with. So it's just great to have you here again for the summit.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm very grateful for the invitation because I believe that a calling is far more important than a career. John C. Maxwell defined this for me several years ago, and I've quoted that from him so many times I've lost count. And I truly believe it's my calling, Jody, to be a prolific connector of people, to be a futurist, to be a thought leader, to be a resource through such channels like a Facebook Live, like a webinar, a Zoom, a podcast appearance, guest blogging, eventually an ebook, all these things. So I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, and it's so fun. It's so fun for me to do all this stuff. I think, it's one of the things that you talked about is how there are so many opportunities these days that it's like we are not limited to a quote unquote career. I love that you said that we should have a calling, and there's so many outlets for us to be able to explore what that calling is, and how incredible to be able to offer that opportunity to our kids who it's going to be even more real to them.
Absolutely. A calling is equal to a vocation. Vocar in the Latin means to be called. And a career most often maps onto an occupation, which occupar, which means to take up space and time. How many people do we know, Jody, talk about, I don't have time, I'm too busy, I have a full plate, things like that? Well, it's because the odds are very high that they have an occupation, they have a career, and it's taking up space and time. And even if you really like your career, which I applaud you and I want you to be successful, I also want you to understand that you are holding yourself back by continuing to have that self-talk that is not focused on being abundant, having a growth mindset, and figuring out that the 24 hours in a day that we've had since the beginning of recorded history is the same amount that our ancestors many thousands of times over had. So we just have to figure it out. And if you have a calling, chances are you figure it out much more likely than if you're focusing on just that career. I have to go to work, got to make the donuts. Anytime you hear the word I have to, not true. You have a choice. I choose to go to work, not that I have to. Okay. So that is something that I deeply believe in.
That's powerful. I love that because it's just, you don't, at the end of your life, what are you going to look back on? Did I occupy space and time and that's it? Or did I really follow my calling, my passion? And I'm all about leaving a legacy. So I love that.
Yes, I like to say, and I don't have a picture of this, but I can send it to you if you'd like to share it with your community, with your tribe, and other formats. I did this little drawing for a mompreneur recently, a mom with a business. And here's what I did, Jody, is I drew a little stair step. And I said that conventional classrooms do one of the first two or three steps. And that's what made most of us who we are today and why we speak this way. Either job ready, career ready, or college, university ready are your first three. And I would contend to you that that is encouraging mediocrity, and it's encouraging sameness, and it's encouraging focusing on occupar. But then you take the last step, the last two steps. Life ready means that you're ready for life in all of its glorious different ups and downs, zigzagging, and all the many things you have to do to live a life that is not about survival, but a life that is about meaning, a life that's about success in different ways, and it's about significance. And then lastly, you have the step called legacy ready, which is how it's like, you know what, I have a pretty good life. It's time to give back. It's time to produce value. It's time to create new value. And I'm going to actually now take concrete steps to leave a legacy. And I am definitely going to be vocaring. There's my little twist on that word. I'm going to be vocaring instead of occuparing.
I love that. Awesome. You guys, you don't want to miss this summit. Thank you so much, SJ. And you guys go register for the summit today. The link is in the caption. Go to ourmodernheritage.com/register and get in on this. It's going to be so amazing. Thank you, SJ.
Thank you. Bye-bye.